Oh.
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 Oh, bad ears?
I wasn't ready.
Got the bad ears?
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Rusty. I'm rusty. I'm rusty. I'm sorry.
What is going on, all you DC movie maniacs out there? All you
rusty.
Batman maniacs. What is going on? Movie Dojo Army, big shout out. And everybody brand new, thanks for hanging out with us. Today on a Friday, we're going to talk bats. That's right.
Rats with wings do their thing.
But first, Foist. Gotta give a shout out to see who's here in chat hanging out with us today. We got Severio there. We got Joshua. What's going on, brother? What's happening, man? Good to see you. We got Ninja in the house. Michael Gonzalez, Lady Danish, Jason Willer, Jake Hall, Omega 32, Electric Boogaloo, Kevin Lambert. What's going down? Who else we got up in here? Michael Gonzalez. I'm saying it again. John Martinez, Jad in the house, Heather in the house. Oh, shit. We already got 44 badasses watching right now.
What?
Why? Because they're awesome. That's right. So we finally got around to watching bats. And we're gonna probably we're free-forming this. We're gonna be all over the place. We might bounce around the movie, but we're here to talk about it with you guys. And don't forget, this is spoiler discussion. The movie's been out for a while.
OGP's on our case already.
We're late to the game. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what OGP says here. I refuse to accept you not liking Batman if you like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Please, for the love of God.
Can we move past all that? It's just...
Blood orgy dance, yo. Blood orgy dance, OGP. You don't understand. There's a reason. I'm biased. If you guys are wondering what the hell we're talking about, check out our live Q&A we did. Was that last Saturday?
Yeah, it was last week.
Last week, Saturday. It's a lot of fun. All right, we're going to go into bats here. So I remember a long time ago when Mr. Pattinson was announced to play bats. We weren't super thrilled at first until I started to actually give his movies a chance. Saw Good Time. Then we saw The Lighthouse, and we saw that he was really very talented actor. So it was washing away the Twilight bullshit for us. So we didn't mind it. So we just said, fingers crossed. Hopefully he'll do a good job, right? We went all in.
Saw the trailer.
No, we were,
and there was good news and bad news when I personally saw the trailer.
Okay.
I thought, hey, at least the suit looks great. And he looks pretty good in the suit. But
yes.
I thought when he was out of the suit, his hairstylist did him dirty. And I still
gave him the emo look?
I still feel the same way, having seen the film.
Copy that.
He still looks great in the suit and the cowl, but damn, that hairstyle. I don't dig it.
He Bruce Wayne don't shampoo, son. That's it.
Get a haircut.
He just wakes up. He's got bedhead. Bruce Wayne's got bedhead the entire movie.
Cut your hair.
But yeah, we enjoyed the first trailer, and I got really excited, especially when they got to seeing Batman doing the ground and pound now. You know what I'm saying? We love that ground and pound. And, I think a lot of time went by and watched the second trailer, and we enjoyed that as well. You guys' shirts and the hats are awesome. Well, thank you, Pasusu. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. So now we finally got a chance to see the film. We really wanted to see it in the theater, but we just couldn't get around to doing it because of things.
Things were happening.
Things, yes. But dropped on HBO Max. So we sat down, turned the lights out as much as we could, cranked the Sansui. Yeah, I went back to the old school. What y'all know about Sansui? Y'all don't know about no Sansui? I'm just new boot goofing here. And we should we just are we just going in?
Yeah, let's just jump into it.
All right. Now we're gonna save our rating towards the end of the video, but I fucking enjoyed this movie, man. I fucking enjoyed this movie. Had a blast. Really enjoyed it. There's some nitpicks, but I'm just saying. I was really surprised by this film. Very, very surprised. Yeah. So, what did you think? Again, we're going to save our rating towards the end.
Yeah. So initially, it was bad timing when I heard about the nearly 3-hour runtime. I don't know if I was just cranky. I don't know what was going on, but I was angry when I heard about the runtime. I was just like, I do not want to sit in a theater right now for 3 hours. And then life hit us like a freight train, and there was just no way we could go see it. And then when we finally sat down to see it, and we've seen it twice now. Yeah, I will say both times. It doesn't feel like it, which is always a really good sign. When you can sit there for nearly 3 hours. Twice. And not ever once, for me.
Right. Everybody's different.
Does the film ever drag? Does the film ever have that, the infamous bathroom scene? You know how a lot of films, I was like, I'm just going to go hit the bathroom really quick because I know the scene. It's just like, we don't need it.
I'm going to go get some nachos at the front of the theater. Yeah.
And it's just I never felt that with this movie, and that's always a good sign for me. And I dig it, and I'm glad we were finally able to sit down and
yes, and we had to find some sliver of time from our busy schedules throughout the week to at least talk to you guys about it and let you guys know what we thought of it. So we both really enjoyed it. But let's kind of jump in a little bit of the plot synopsis. Let's kind of give them the brief, because it's a long movie. We don't want to keep you guys here for like 3 hours as long as the movie. So let's just get to it. Speaking of let's just get to it, one of my favorite things about this movie, it just fucking gets to it.
Yeah.
Boom. Title screen.
Yeah.
Boom. No Bruce Wayne's parents getting shot. No training sequences. Yeah. None of that, because we already know the goddamn story, the goddamn Batman. We know already, right? I love how this movie's just boom. We're already there. We got a rookie Batman who's been on the streets for about 2 years. I love that about this movie. We're just straight to it, son.
Right. So we are getting our first now we're going off of movies, not TV shows, nothing like that, not animated films. We're going off of live action films. We're getting our first Riddler since 1995.
Yes.
And this is a very interesting take on the Riddler.
Yes, the whole Zodiac Killer vibe.
Right. And the Riddler is pulling his shenanigans, basically calling out the elite of Gotham.
Right.
Basically saying, hey, y'all, something ain't right.
Yeah.
Calling out each and every one at a time, going, you're a liar. You're full of shit.
The Arkhams, the Waynes, there's been no change for over 20-something years
since Thomas Wayne, ran for mayor and then was killed shortly after. And he's calling out these elites one by one, saying, you're a liar. This is this and that. And he's got this plot. And of course, Batman is tagging along with Commissioner Gordon,
Lieutenant.
Right, not Commissioner yet.
Not yet. Yeah,
that's right. Kind of like in the first Christopher Nolan film.
Yeah.
And we're following along on this mystery film throughout. And of course, we're introduced to the mob. Kind of like what? Let me just get this out of the way. One of the things that I was afraid of with this film was because the DCEU has always been wanting to be like the MCU, but afraid to commit to be like the MCU. In that they want to be their own thing, but they want to have the exact same success. Right. And so in that way, they want to have their own grounded, gritty, this and that, but they wanted to follow in Nolan's footsteps in a lot of ways. So I was really scared that this movie was going to be kind of way too much.
Almost a carbon copy of the Nolan movies.
Right. And so when I was hearing, okay, so we're going to have Penguin, and then I started hearing, Maroni and Falcone. I'm like, oh no, we're getting the characters that we got from the Nolan films. I'm like, okay, let's see if this ends up. It didn't end up feeling like a Nolan film at all.
No,
which we had characters straight from which obviously these are comic book characters, so you're going to have the repeat names and all that.
Yeah, and we have so many Batman movies up to this point.
Yeah,
there's going to be similarity somewhere, but it's fine.
But I was really happy that we had, characters that we just saw from 2005 and 2008 and whatnot, but no, we got a completely different style.
Yeah.
And I was really happy that we did get its own thing. And I was afraid of that even in the trailer, because again, with Batman, I feel like Warner Brothers and DC, they want to keep Batman protected and they don't want it to get too far out there.
Right.
And they don't want it to get too far off the ground.
Yeah.
And so they want it to be closer to Nolan. And so, I was afraid that it was going to be too much like it. No, it wasn't like it at all.
No.
And so we're back to the film. We're I'm blue sky in here. So we're introduced to the line of characters. We get Catwoman involved, Selena Kyle.
Now the casting choice of Kravitz, once she was announced, I didn't have any concerns. I was like, that's a good choice. Like I didn't see it as bad. Like I was like, I was just like, no, she should be solid. She should do fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was perfectly fine with her as Catwoman in here.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of her?
She was fine. I kind of liked her. I would have to say I liked her better than I think I liked her character a little bit better than Anne Hathaway's.
Oh wow, okay, all right.
I think only because I feel like her character was a little bit better fleshed out. I've said this before, and I don't know how else to explain it, but I feel like Nolan has a bad track record writing for women. His women tend to be very one note, especially in the Batman universe. Like Rachel Dawes and Talia.
Rachel.
Like all of his the women in his.
If you stop and think about it, they
like Talia. What was she?
They were kind of just stock.
She showed up as this generic female who, I'm this one character with this one face. I sleep with Bruce Wayne, and now I'm Ra's al Ghul's daughter. I'm gonna betray you. Oh, now I'm dead. Terrible death scene. And Selena Kyle, she was just a cat burglar who wanted to make the rich pay, but she's got a guilty conscience, and now she's gonna help him, and now her and Bruce Wayne are flying off to some Timbuktu, and they're gonna live out the rest of their lives together. Right. Very one note. Yeah. And I feel like Nolan's women are always just kind of the same one note, one-dimensional characters. I've never cared for the women in the Batman films. Sorry, I don't know how else to describe it. I just don't care for them. And so I liked this. I felt like this Selena Kyle was just much more fleshed out. I felt like she had more.
You meant Nolan's movies.
Nolan's movies, yeah. I felt like this Selena Kyle.
You love Michelle Pfeiffer, though.
No. I felt like this Selena Kyle was more fleshed out than in.
I could see that.
I just felt like she was more fleshed out.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
And she had more to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked her portrayal more. I mean, I don't think anything will ever beat crazy, brought back from the dead, has literally 9 lives, Selena Kyle for me, from Tim Burton.
Yeah.
But I think I prefer this version more.
Right.
So
right.
And I like their chemistry more.
Yeah.
I didn't really buy her. I didn't really buy Anne Hathaway and Christian Bale running off together at the end of The Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
I didn't buy that. It's like, okay, sure. Yeah. It's like that just seemed like a happy ending for the sake of a happy ending.
Yeah.
If that wasn't all in Alfred's head. Right. You know what I'm saying? Which
Yeah.
But anyway.
No, I don't really disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. But I enjoy the movie, again, going backwards a little bit, of how it just got straight to it. It didn't BS around. Seeing the same goddamn thing over and over and over and over for every Batman reboot. It was nice to just get to it. 2 years rookie in. And man, I love the beginning when the symbol was up in the sky, man.
We have this really great narration. I didn't know how I felt about the narration at first until I realized he was setting up this tone of this, what he is in the city right now, which is a symbol. Right. And you have this scenario of these 3 crimes that are currently taking place throughout the city.
Yeah.
There's a burglary going on in a convenience store. There's graffiti going on outside somewhere else in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a gang initiation going on in the subway underground.
Right.
Where this
social media gang.
This gang is about to beat the shit out of some unsuspecting guy on a subway.
Right.
And Batman is basically saying, I can't be everywhere all at once. You know, I've been doing this for 2 years, but I'm not making the impact that I want to. Crime's going up, and we have a signal now. And the signal, it's not just a call for me. It's a warning. It's a symbol for them, meaning that I could be anywhere.
Right. That's right.
I am everywhere. Yeah. I'm in the shadows. And so what happens?
I am the shadows.
Gordon throws out the signal, which basically calls out this warning to the criminals. And so what happens is this really great shot where all of a sudden, at the same time, the guy who's robbing the convenience store runs out. He looks up and sees the signal. He freaks out because he thinks, oh shit, is Batman across the street in the dark?
Yeah.
He drops the money, gets hit by a car, runs away because he's scared. The guy who's tagging the building looks up, freaks out, drops the can and runs away because he thinks he's in the shadows. But where Batman actually is in the subway where the guy's about to get the shit kicked out of him. And that also sets up something that comes to fruition later on. And this is a reoccurring theme for Batman throughout the movie, which is Batman, he beats the shit out of the thugs that are about to beat the shit out of the guy, out of the unsuspecting patron of the subway. And afterward, they all run away.
Yeah.
And the guy who almost got, hurt looks up at Batman in fear and is scared of Batman, not realizing that Batman was never going to hurt him. And he goes, please don't hurt me.
Right.
And for a second, you kind of get the feeling that bothered him because he was never going to hurt him. And so he looks up at the signal and he's like, you kind of get this feeling that, that kind of bothers him.
Right.
And so that kind of sets up the theme for later on. But anyway, if you want to go back to, do you want to keep going or do you want to talk about...
back to the symbol in the sky, the signal. Okay. Scaring everybody. Everybody's freaking the fuck out. But what I love, though, is how they turn and look at darkness. They look at the dark. And I love how the camera slowly zooms in on that shit. And it's just like, yes, fear, son, fear. And then you get the crazies that just, they want to challenge the motherfucker, right? So they want to challenge them. And what? Oh, y'all don't want none of this now. Y'all don't want none of this. Don't challenge the bats. Do you really want to challenge this guy? And I love next scene. Grounded pound, motherfuckers. Grounded pound. Electrocutions. People getting fucked up. And one of my favorite things about this movie that I love a lot, Batman gets fucked up. I absolutely love that about this movie. If you watch the movie again, almost every single fight he's in, he gets hit several times. And I fucking love that, man. I love that because he's rookie 2-year Batman. He's still the man. He still fucks people up. But I love that. It makes it a little bit more realistic that he gets fucking hit. Baseball bats, everything. Gets shot. Fucking love that kind of stuff, man. I love it. I hear you giggling over there. What's going on?
No, it's true.
But yeah, love that kind of stuff, man, for sure. Love it. And just going back to you, I do agree that she did a very good job. I really enjoyed her as well. And I'm sure, now that the sequel's been announced, I'm sure she'll be back for sure in the sequel, for sure. But yeah, storyline wise, just to keep things short and sweet, Riddler's doing his shenanigans, man, trying to get revenge on the elite by using the Batman to do his heavy lifting, kind of like he says in the interrogation scene. You know what I mean? He's like, look at me, I can't do the heavy lifting. My power is up here, my strength's up here. And he kind of used Batman to do his thing. And Batman, being rookie Batman, kind of thought he was doing the right thing, but he accidentally ends up helping the Riddler, kind of failing along the way. Yeah. I love that about the movie. Batman learning, as he goes, failing along the way. And it's speaking about learning as he goes. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is this scene right here. This scene right here is one of my favorite parts of this film because it's just a great, intense scene. But, you know, basically this guy right here, you see, I thought I had a photo of him. You know, again, part of the elite blows up. Batman fails. Batman does not rescue this guy.
So a fun part is that is Maggie Gyllenhaal's husband.
Oh yeah.
So we have two people that got blown up in a Batman film. But anyway,
that's hilarious.
That's neither here nor there.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, Batman.
He fails.
Yeah.
This guy blows up, dies, fails.
Yeah.
And then you know, the police, you know, basically get him. They bring him to the Gotham precinct, and they're getting ready to unmask him, and he wakes up, and it's just chaos. And the cops are like, from the beginning, the cops are like, Lieutenant, what are you doing bringing this vigilante in here? You know, and at first, me and you kind of didn't know how to feel. We didn't know how we felt about it. Just Batman just walking around like in front of the cops, you know, like it was like usually if commissioner's gonna do something like that, you know, wait till everybody leaves, open a window or some shit. Batman come in, then they work together.
We're used to seasoned Batman literally showing up out of nowhere, disappearing out of nowhere.
Right.
Which he starts to do that later.
Right.
But
because at first it doesn't work.
This is year 2 Batman.
Yeah.
But we start to see later on where he does that.
Yes. But yeah, look at this. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work out. And I love the relationship between Gordon and Batman in this movie, man. I love them doing their investigations. I love the relationship. But with this scene, when the shit hits the fan with this, I love how Gordon gets up in Batman's face and points at him. He's like, this is not how we do things. Mm. And you see Batman's like,
you too.
Yeah, he says, you too. Like, are you corrupt?
Yeah.
This is fantastic shit right here, man. Mm-hmm. This is fantastic storytelling, character building between these two, you know, which reminds me, I had a picture of the guy. You know what? Maybe I can find it right here. You know what? Fuck it. Help me out, guys. This scene right now just remind me something. And if I don't say it now, I'm going to forget. This doesn't ruin the movie, but please help me and let us know in the comments. Okay? Please. If we missed something. What the fuck happened to the chief of police?
It was the chief detective, I
think. What happened to the chief?
Yeah, the chief detective with the high voice.
He had a really high voice.
Yeah.
Get this vigilante out of here.
We suspect that there was a deleted scene.
Maybe he died. Maybe because there's more footage.
But yeah.
But anyway. It's not like he's like, hey, I'm the chief. How's it going? And goodbye.
Yeah.
No, he had big scenes. Yeah. He got right in Batman's face. Batman accused him. He's like, well, maybe you're corrupt.
Yeah.
Right? This is like big scenes.
Yeah.
And then he disappears. Yeah. You don't see him the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
So help me out, guys. Did we miss something? But the chief just disappears. So
no. It was a different character.
What?
It wasn't Pazuzu. It was a different character. Anyway, no, he was saying, wasn't he in the rat trap? No, it was not the chief. It was
the
not
chief.
the commissioner. It was a different.
Yeah, not the commissioner.
He was like a chief detective.
Yeah,
it was somebody else.
All right, while you're talking about it, I'm gonna find a picture of the chief and I'll bring it up.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of go into
what was his name again?
I don't remember.
Chief Bach.
Yeah, it was Chief Bach. Okay, so some of the things that I really enjoyed about this film was basically because this was a 2-year Batman, like this was Batman in his second year. Like we were saying earlier, we see Batman stumble, and that's not something that we're used to. Like I know in Batman Begins, we saw him stumble a bit here and there, but then by the end of the film, he kind of had his shit together.
Right.
But in this movie, we see things happen that we've never really seen before. Like we see him after he busts out of the jail, not the jail, but he had that kind of funny argument with Gordon.
Oh, it was one of the best parts of the movie.
When Gordon's
the fake argument,
like they're arguing, and he's like, "You're gonna take my key and you're gonna punch me in the face." Like one of the fucking hilarious, like genuinely funny scenes between him and Gordon.
Oh, it was hilarious.
And he punches him and he runs out, and all the cops are chasing him up to the roof of this huge, several story building. Batman runs up, or well, he grapples up to the top of the building.
Cops are shooting at him,
and he gets to the top. We actually see Batman have a moment where he like does this whoa, like he freaks out for a second, going, "Oh shit, I'm like really high up."
Yeah.
When have you ever seen Batman do that in a film?
Yeah.
And he has to do the thing where his suit transforms and it turns into a squirrel suit.
Yeah.
And he's flying through the air in the squirrel suit.
Yeah.
And he gets the parachute behind him, and he's actually doing it for a moment, and then he deploys the parachute, and the parachute's slowing him down in his descent.
Yeah.
And the parachute, after it deploys, he's doing well, and then gets hooked on an underpass, and he fucking falters.
Yeah.
And he gets thrown onto the street.
Yeah.
And we see bits like that throughout the film, even in fights. Yeah, we've hit the era where superheroes get fucked up still.
Yeah.
But we see it continually throughout the film. He gets shot. He gets dragged with his cape. He gets
tagged every fight. He gets tagged like at least 3 times.
I'm still trying to decide if when he shows up in the Batmobile just before the Penguin chase, if his car stalls.
She thinks the car stalls, but no.
I can't tell if it stalled or not. Like, I kind of think it does, but I don't know. I think it would have been hilarious if it did, but I don't know.
The most awesome reveal ever, in Batmobile reveal ever. Hold on. Like right here. Boom.
Yeah.
And then right after that.
It was hard to tell. But anyway,
he just went
I thought it stalled, which I thought would have added to the cherry on top that this is year 2 Batman.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, did you want to show the picture?
All right, I got the picture. Here's the guy. This is the guy. He had 2 altercations with Batman. And then he disappeared from the movie. So this is the guy right here, guys. Help us out. This guy, Chief Bach.
Yeah, and
he literally, like right after the altercation, where he gives Gordon a chance to talk to him.
And it wouldn't have been so distracting.
He disappears
if he hadn't gotten in Batman's face.
If he didn't have those big scenes.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been like so much of it, because the first time we watched the movie, we noticed it.
Yeah,
and
we're like, where's the chief guy?
We were like, okay, did we miss a scene? Did he? And it wouldn't have been such a distracting thing.
Yeah,
but again, this movie was so entertaining and so engrossing.
Yeah, like this is a minor nitpick.
If they release a 3.5-hour cut, I would not give a shit, and I would watch it at this point. I would watch a 3.5-hour cut of this film. I was so entertained by it.
Yeah. But that was kind of a big deal, because he was like giving Gordon shit. He was talking shit to Gordon. He's like, you better handle this, or we're gonna wait out here while you handle this shit. And then he disappears from the movie.
Yeah.
So I think we're the only ones in the history of YouTube who did movie reviews for this movie has brought this up. I don't think anyone else has brought this up or reviewed this movie. So props to us.
No, it was just something that we noticed.
Yeah, we're like, what happened to the Wheezy guy?
Of all the characters that they made such a clear point to make him go like face to face. Hey,
right.
Maybe you're in on it, and then he disappeared. If they hadn't made a point to make it so contentious between the two, we would never have noticed it.
Yeah, we never would have noticed it. But like I said, this is a minor what happened to that guy. That's why we needed your help. That's why we brought it up.
So something else that I found very interesting with this being year 2 Batman was the relationship that he had with Alfred. Yes. So this was something that you weren't too fond of.
At first, yes, because I like the casting of Andy Serkis. I think he did a really good job as Alfred. I enjoyed him as Alfred. It was like perfect casting to see him kind of scaled back for Andy Serkis. Scaled back.
Never seen him this low key before.
Yeah, it was a really great casting, and I thought he did a great job. And this was my real, as much as I love the film, this was kind of my concern. Didn't ruin the movie for me at all, but I was just kind of like, I don't know about it, and I very much preferred Pattinson in the suit. I enjoyed him as Batman. I really, really liked him as Batman. But as Bruce Wayne in the public Bruce Wayne, he was still dark and brooding, even to the point where he even walked up straight to Falcone and was like interrogating him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Bruce? So throughout the movie, and especially the way he was kind of treating Alfred, I was like, dude, he's kind of being a dick. to Alfred. Alfred's trying to help him out, give him his cufflinks, do this and do this. And he's kind of being very distant from Alfred. And I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then once Alfred was in trouble and in danger, Bruce totally switched and freaked the fuck out. Even in the cowl, even as Batman, freaked the fuck out. And I like that. And I didn't think about this until you said it. So I was talking to her about that. I was like, man, I don't know about him as Bruce Wayne. Why is he dark and brooding in public? He could be dark and brooding Bruce Wayne when he's with Alfred, when he's at home. But when he's in public, I'm not expecting no Babu Freak shit. I'm not expecting the only Babu Freak reference right here, Bruce Wayne to be in public and be like, hey! I'm not expecting that. But it was just kind of like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then she brought up a really good point. And I was just like, I didn't even think about it this way. Go.
Well, so my running theory, and this kind of coincides with what my initial problem with what the ending of the film did, was my kind of thoughts on the film was that because this is second year Batman, they were hitting home. There's a scene towards the beginning of the film where we first meet Alfred, and he comes down and he's talking about how people are coming to the Wayne Tower, and Bruce gets really pissed off, and he's like, what do you mean they're coming here? And Alfred's like, well, they're coming here because you wouldn't come to them. We're going to lose everything if you don't deal with this. And Bruce is like, well, I don't care about all that. I have other things to do. And Alfred's telling them, well, this is your family legacy. You're just going to let it all go. And basically, Bruce is at that stage in his life where he's so obsessed with Batman, he doesn't care about everything else. He's not Bruce Wayne right now.
Boom!
He's so entrenched in the Batman identity.
Bam!
That he just doesn't care about anything.
Pow!
So essentially, he's not really Bruce Wayne anymore. He hasn't cultivated the Bruce Wayne persona yet. And so, and you see that throughout the film. And that's why what happened in the subway underneath bothered him. And throughout the film, you see these moments where when he goes to the funeral of the I think it's the mayor, when he meets Falcone for the first time, like when he's dark and brooding, and Falcone's oh hey, the one guy who's more reclusive than I am, and he's talking to Oz, and because he thinks Selina's with him, and when the Riddler sends the car through the church and all that, and you have that scene with where Sarsgaard gets blown up essentially, and that whole big scene happens, but
that's a great point,
and
that you brought up.
He's acting still like Batman,
right? And I had at first I had an issue with that until you I see things your way now, because I didn't even think about that. I was like, I get it now.
And that's kind of how I see things. And so now I'm trying to reconcile my initial issue that I had with the ending. And I might as well just jump into the ending.
Yeah, so we're jumping around.
When I first saw the ending, which this is the ending.
Okay.
So in the subway.
Yes.
The thugs are like, who is this guy?
Right.
Dressed up as a bat. Like, who is this guy? Yeah. And he beats the shit out of them.
Right.
And
the bat.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a break, will you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And he beats the shit out of the first guy, and he goes, I'm vengeance. And throughout the movie, everybody is calling him Vengeance.
Yeah.
Everyone calls him Vengeance. Oz calls him Vengeance.
Penguin.
Catwoman calls him Vengeance. Everybody calls him
Vengeance.
Yeah, everybody calls him Vengeance. That's what they don't even call him the Batman. Nobody calls him Batman in this movie. Everybody calls him Vengeance. And it gets to the point where, because the Riddler even targets Bruce Wayne, because at one point it gets dragged to the light that Thomas Wayne got in a deal with Falcone
Mm-hmm.
that got a man killed. And Thomas Wayne, was going to go to the cops and spill the beans. And the very night he was going to do it, him and Martha got killed. And ever since then, and that pissed off the Riddler because of that, everybody felt sorry for poor little rich kid Bruce Wayne, while meanwhile the Riddler and all of his orphan cronies are suffering in an orphanage and looking up at the Wayne Tower going, oh, poor little rich boy, poor us.
Right.
Well, meanwhile Bruce is seeing the effects. He's hearing Riddler's story, realizing that, oh shit, the city is bleeding. Bruce Wayne is going throughout the city, and Batman, you see these two personas. You see Batman listening to these stories, and then you see Bruce Wayne listening to people and listening to what people think of Thomas Wayne and Bruce Wayne.
Right.
And you see the effects that it's having on his psyche. And he's realizing that not only are people afraid of Batman, which is not what he wants, but he's realizing that people think that Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne are these terrible people, which is also not what he wants.
Right.
And so by the end of the film, he realizes that he does not want Batman to be this symbol of fear to the people.
Right.
The people of Gotham that he wants to help.
Right.
Not the good people, not the bad people. He doesn't give a shit about the bad people. It's the good people. So by the end of the film, when the Riddler is caught and he's obtained in Arkham, and you find out that, oh, there's this bigger plot with these 500 crazy people throughout the city that are shooting up the town and are going to, wreak all this havoc, which Batman fails to prevent, by the way. And they go through with that again. Another failure you could count as. Batman fails to prevent it. And
even Riddler said, oh, you're not as smart as I thought you were.
Yeah, there's a couple of times that Batman missteps. The errata, that was wrong.
Yeah.
He mistook it. He mistook the clue. It was wrong. It was a wrong clue.
Yeah.
And when he's trying to stop the shootings and all of that, he beats the shit out of this one guy after taking a full shotgun blast to the chest. And he beats the shit out of this thug, and Commissioner Gordon
after juicing up. He had a bat juice up.
Right. Lieutenant Gordon has to pull him off of him before he kills him.
Right.
And they peel the mask off of him. And Gordon asks, so who the hell are you? And the guy smiles and says, I'm vengeance. And looks up at the bat and looks up at Batman, and Batman looks down at him in disgust.
Yeah, he's like, this mother.
Yeah. And makes this conscious decision, looks down at all these people that are in dire trouble. And he goes down to this he makes the decision. He goes to this, there's this electrical cord that's probably going to electrocute everybody. He cuts the electrical cord, goes down to the water, and leads the people out to safety. Now, I liked the image when I first saw it.
Right. Hold on, we got super chat.
Oh.
Thank you, baby Toshiro. Thank you so much. Love you guys, supporting the channel. Love hearing your opinion on the Batman. Well, thank you, baby, for supporting the channel and hanging out with us.
So people are saying that's
you rock.
Thank you. People are saying that's Bane venom that he used. Makes sense.
Ooh.
I could see that.
Bane venom. Interesting. All right. Okay. Interesting.
So
okay.
He leads the people out, and then the next thing you see, he's literally Superman in the daylight, dragging people out of the rubble.
Right.
And at first, I didn't know what to make of that. It was literally Batman with an identity crisis, dragging people out of the rubble. He's putting this woman onto a stretcher, and she's terrified, and she grabs onto him as if somebody would with Superman. Like, this is something off of the pages of a Superman comic.
And he talks about hope.
Yeah, he literally says the city needs hope, which the last time I heard in the Snyderverse, S means hope on my planet. I did not know what to make of it. I didn't know if I liked it. I understood what they were trying to do.
Right.
Now, this is my new working theory, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
Wrap it.
This is what I'm trying to wrap my head around.
Okay.
This is the birth of Bruce Wayne.
Oh, man, you're on fire.
It's my theory.
You're on fire.
No, it's my theory.
Right. And now in public, he'll be a more like traditional Bruce Wayne, a little bit. Maybe.
And now this is because you remember in the Nolan universe.
Oh,
in the Nolan universe, we had people that, in the Nolan universe, we had citizens who liked Batman and didn't like Batman.
Right.
Now the people are probably gonna get it now.
Right.
They're not gonna be so, because in this universe, clearly people were terrified of him.
Oh yeah.
Because they just didn't know.
Right.
But this is just my theory now, is that this is now officially, this is Bruce Wayne.
Lady Phatblood's killing it tonight.
This is my way of being like, okay, now I'm
interesting theory though.
Now this is I have to be okay with the ending now, because I really didn't know what to make of the ending. I understood what they were going for, but I felt like it was Superman.
But we were kind of laughing, joking about it the first time we watched the movie at first, with the whole helping the people and Batman being the symbol of hope in the movie. We were kind of laughing about it. We were like, God damn, Superman just can't catch a break.
Yeah.
He just can't catch a break. Damn it, Superman, we love you. We love you, Superman. It's all right. We're here for you. All right. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be there for you in rehab. We're gonna help you out. Oh my God. It's all right. We love you, Soups.
Oh,
we were joking about that. But yeah, now after watching it again, yeah, very interesting theory for sure. Woo! Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we're having a blast.
So yeah. So that's yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I think that's kind of the gist of it. Batman, he fails along the way. He has to learn. I love his, again, like I was stating earlier, showing the growth between him and Lieutenant Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about what we liked and we didn't like. Let's go back to as many things we've seen this actor in, Jeffries. I have not seen this guy suck in anything, even if he's in something that's not great.
Mm-hmm.
He's always good. This actor is phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was just natural.
Yeah. He's so good, this guy, and everything. I have not seen anything bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny, before this movie even was a thing, before there was an announcement, we're going back years. And after The Dark Knight Rises came out, and maybe a couple of years after that, I used to stop and think, as much as I enjoy and I love the Batman movies, I always used to say once in a while, it'd be nice to see the world's greatest detective do some detecting. It'd be nice to kind of see that. And if you look at all the old Batman movies, even the Nolan trilogy, as much as we enjoy that trilogy, there are moments of investigation and Batman figuring things out, but not to this level, to this movie's level. And I've always wanted to see something like that. And yeah, he fails along the way, which makes it more realistic and makes it more fun and different.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe that's what separates this movie from the Nolan trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with loving the Nolan trilogy. Even if you like Nolan trilogy over this, it's perfectly fine. Everybody's got their favorite Batman, right? But I think that's what separates it from those, or at least, Batman Begins, is because this is Sherlock Holmes. This is a straight detective crime story in the vein of Seven.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that, because we're getting something cool, fresh, and different, right? Even though it's in a dark world that kind of looks similar to the Nolanverse, right? And it's got that dark feel that some people would compare to the Nolanverse. It's still, there's something different about this movie that separates it from the other films. And I've always wanted to see sleuthing. Let's see the world's greatest detective actually try to go out and figure some shit out. Like, and that, like I said, there's bits of that in the other movies, but this is the straight focus. This whole movie's focus is figuring out what's going on, right? That's what I've always wanted to see. And it was so nice to see that in this movie. All of the sleuthing, the Seven-like feel, really enjoyed that. Really wanted to see more of it for sure. Hopefully, and you never know, in the sequel, we might get just a little bit of that still. Mm-hmm. Maybe, you know, sequels want to up the ante. So sequels, they'll probably give us more action.
Maybe.
Excuse me.
I thought it was a good mix.
I was not bored.
Yeah.
I was not bored.
And that was another thing.
But that's just me.
That was another thing, is that it was a good mix, in that when the action was there, you could see it.
Let me handle that one.
Let's just jump into that.
Yeah, sleuthing one more time. Sleuth. All right, but yeah, love the sleuthing. Really enjoyed that. Yes, so y'all know how Phat Samurai Guy is. You know how Phat Samurai Guy is, man. Here we go. You know how I am when it comes to the fight scenes, and I'm about to say something right now that's probably going to piss off a lot of you Christopher Nolan fans. You're probably going to get very angry right now. So don't get angry. It's just an opinion. And my opinion doesn't matter. We absolutely love the Christopher Nolan trilogy, despite its flaws. We love it. Dark Knight is phenomenal. Anytime the Dark Knight's on, we can watch it, right? There's some kick-ass shit in Dark Knight Rises. Batman Begins. Technical level. Brilliant. Soundtrack, great. Batman Begins is probably one of the greatest superhero movies, comic book movies ever made. I love it. But there's got to be a balance. And luckily, you know, Samurai Guy. Luckily, the characters and the story and the visuals of Batman is what makes us love it. Kind of similar to the Bourne movies, the second movie and the third film in this series. Okay? Characters are great. Story is great. We'll give the fight scenes a pass. And what I'm talking about is how the fight scenes are filmed and how they're edited. And let's be honest, as much as we love Batman Begins, the fight scenes look like fucking shit. I'm sorry. They look like shit. Remember what I talked about the other day? Hambone from a live Q&A, just flailing, right? If you want to enjoy Batman flailing and Batman Begins and you can't see shit, well, that's what happens in Batman Begins. But like I said, story's great, characters are great, everything else balances out, so we love that movie, you know. But the way, and it's interesting because if you compare how Christopher Nolan filmed fight scenes and how those fight scenes are edited from Batman Begins all the way to Dark Knight Rises, you slowly see Christopher Nolan improving on how to film fight scenes. So by the time it got to Dark Knight Rises, he kind of got it, right? But let's be honest here. So I'm going to say this, with this movie right here, so far, this movie has, for a solo Batman movie, this movie has the best combat scenes. It has the best combat scenes. They are filmed. You can fucking see everything. They're not edited to shit. There's no fucking ham bone flailing. Okay? You can fucking see everything. There are moments. I'm going to give you an example right here. I'm going to give you an example if I can find it. Hold on. Come on, goddammit. Where is it? There we go. I got it. I'm almost there. But yeah, action sequences when they're there. And then when the action happens, it feels important. Mm-hmm. It's like a great balance with this movie. But yeah, phenomenal stuff. Batman taking down dudes here. We were blasting on them. Just really entertaining stuff. But like I said, you can fucking see the fighting. Now look at this example right here. This is just a GIF. This is just a blurry GIF. Look at this example right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. 4 movements in one shot. No camera turned away. There wasn't an edit for every single strike. Mm-hmm. There wasn't flailing ham bone. And there's more. I think there's actually more, because when you see that fight in its entirety, there are more movements within the same shot, the same take. And I'm not talking about BVS warehouse fight. You know how much I love that. I'm talking about in terms of Batman solo movies. As of right now, this has the best filmed and edited fight combat. That's high praise coming from the Samurai Guy. Y'all know who I am. You know who I am. And if you want to know, if you don't know how I am, check out our Fistful of Vengeance review that we just reviewed yesterday. If you don't know how I am, check that review out. But yes, this is how you just fucking show it. Show every goddamn movement. It's just so nice. And you get more of that in the end. The end finale was a lot of fun. Did you enjoy the end finale? I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. End finale was really good stuff.
Yes.
Really, really, really enjoyed it. But like I said, as much as we love Batman Begins, I mean, if we rated Batman Begins right now, we'd probably give it an A. Right?
Oh, no, of course. Absolutely.
But like I said, if the story and the characters and the visuals weren't there, probably would have gave it a C. Because, but yeah. So I just want to clarify that so you understand what I mean.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be for the fights that we rated that film. The film on its own, it's a good film. It's a great film.
Yes. All right. Samuel says Mask of the Phantasm had better fight scenes than in all the movies.
Yeah, and one of the excuses was the first fight when Batman shows up was, we wanted it to seem like it was, coming out of the shadows and this and that, and you wanted to be confused because the guys are confused, which is fine. Yeah. But what about the rest of the film?
Right.
For Batman Begins. That was the problem.
Yeah, well, there was no excuse for the rest of the fights in the movie.
Yeah.
And especially when the movie's kind of a half ninja film. You guys kind of fucked it up there in editing. Anyway, that's enough of my Batman Begins rant, as much as I love that movie. But yeah, action sequences, man. Dude, the reveal of the Batmobile. Everybody got bat boners. I don't give a shit. Even if you hated this goddamn movie, you got a bat boner when the Batmobile came out. Come on. Yeah, and another thing you pointed out was the chase sequence when he went after the Penguin was so good. It was so phenomenal because they put you right there. They had great camera angles, putting you right there, like right there in the action. This phenomenal camera angles. This is how you shoot action. I love the shot on the back here, like I was talking about earlier. Just putting you in the action. Very intense, phenomenal shit, man. Just really, 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 really enjoyed it. So, I had to save talking about the action for last. I had to get, but let's go back. But again, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Chief Bach. All right, we're just gonna say he died. Anyway.
So, can you bring up a picture of the Penguin?
Dude.
Can you bring up a picture of the Penguin? Who is that?
I don't know. Is it a brand new actor?
Yeah.
Some Italian actor they hired.
Just some guy. I mean, I've never heard of him.
I never heard of this dude. I don't know who this is.
Dude before. I hope we see him again in the future.
He's a fantastic actor. And, great performance.
Channeling his inner De Niro a couple of times there. And, it's amazing.
Colin Farrell.
I never in a million years would have guessed.
Never.
I never would have seen it. Never would dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I just if I had never heard that he was in the film.
Yeah. We would not have known that was him.
And we had seen the film. Yeah. And I would have been going the whole time, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And I had seen the end credits. I think my jaw would have hit the floor. I cannot believe.
Phenomenal.
That this was I can't get over it. Like I get it that there was a lot of makeup involved,
but his voice though, he doesn't even sound like Colin Farrell.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what's crazy.
I get the makeup, but you can tell that this was one of those performances where he took the makeup and he ran to the moon with it.
Oh yeah,
and he just made it something else.
Yeah.
So I just
Just props. Serious props to Colin Farrell. Did we dive deep into Riddler? What did you think of Paul Dano's performance?
I'm gonna get so much hate.
Is it kind of mixed? Is it mixed?
I'm gonna get hate for this.
No, be honest. It's fine.
I hate the look.
Oh, look at that, guys. She hates the look.
I get what they were going for. They're going for army surplus. This guy. I get it. I get what they're going for.
Right.
He's literally a guy. He's literally an orphan. He's a guy. Doesn't have a lot of money.
Right.
He's a nobody. Right. That's what he is.
Right.
He's some kid off the street. He doesn't have a lot of money. Yeah. He's just some schmuck. I understand. I understand where they're coming from.
So
he's literally some guy that because he's got followers that so they can get the same outfit. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. The look you didn't like, but what about the performance from Paul? Which we enjoyed a lot in There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
We enjoyed his performance in There Will Be Blood a lot. Is it kind of mixed? I'm gonna join in on the hate a little. It's fun. Perfectly fine with Paul Dano. He's a great actor. I really enjoyed him in Prisoners and There Will Be Blood. But I'm mixed. There's some parts of the movie where he's really good. You know, he's really good. And like I said, I enjoyed the interrogation sequence here.
I feel like when he was unmasked.
Wait.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when he was unmasked, he was a little too try hard.
Oh, you think so?
A little bit.
Oh,
just a little bit. By the time he was unmasked.
Woo! Boom!
Yeah.
Boom!
By the time he was unmasked and he was being, him and Batman had their talk.
Right.
And he was in Arkham.
Right.
I felt like the dialogue and the whole scene was just a little.
Like, I liked the scene, but there was some things he did in that scene that I really liked. Bruce Wayne. I like that stuff.
I like the fake out.
And
I liked the fake out. I liked the fake out.
Oh, the fake out. Yeah, like he faked us out. I was like, oh shit, he knows he's Bruce Wayne, but he doesn't.
I like that was cool. I like the whole. Yeah. I like the tension at the scene where like Batman thought that he knew. Yeah. That he was Bruce Wayne. Right. And I like that whole thing. Yeah. So I mean, it's I'm on the fence about it.
I feel the same way because there's times where I'm like, all right, I kind of like what he's doing there, and there's time to be honest, guys. I kind of was laughing. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be, because sometimes he's like, Bruce Wayne, right? And then it's like, oh no, it wasn't supposed to happen like this. No, don't you tell me that. Don't you tell me that.
Yeah.
So I kind of chuckled. So I don't know if I was supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
I know he's supposed to be insane.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's literally I'm on the fence with it.
Yeah, so I'm a little mixed on it.
It's hard. Yeah. It's like I would take it over the Schumacher because again, the Schumacher is like the 60s. Like the 60s is camp. Like I love camp, but when it's in camp.
Right.
I don't want this to be camp. So
Right. Well, here's the thing. If you want camp, this is what they wanted to avoid because they know today's generation is not going to accept traditional looking Riddler. This is why they went the Zodiac Killer hush way.
That is literally
because 60s. They don't want to. This is the 90s, which is still kind of an ode to the Adam West Batman show. That's the Joel Schumacher movies were an homage to Adam West.
Yeah.
So they want to avoid that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I think they could have found a balance in the middle. You could take traditional Riddler. You could make him a little darker and psycho. You just didn't have to give him the green leotard.
Yeah.
But the question mark all over there. I think they could have found a balance. But again, these are nitpicks. This doesn't ruin the movie.
Yeah.
Because there's times I like what Paul Dano brought to the table. And then there was times I was kind of laughing.
I kind of liked him better when he wasn't talking so much. Like I liked his look.
Okay.
Like his face. Like he made kind of a creepy face sometimes.
In or out of the costume?
Out of the out. Like when he was in the diner, like that.
Right here. Okay.
Like I didn't mind that so much.
Yeah. So again, some things worked. Some things kind of made me laugh.
Yeah.
But not pain, not cringe. Like it didn't ruin the movie. So.
Yeah. I got what they were going for. So
you know what? Thanks for reminding me, Simon. Oh, hold on a second, Simon. I'm trying to bring you up. Thanks, Simon, for the super chat. Opinions on the Joker deleted scene, his messed up look.
Oh boy.
So her introduction. Now
I've got a very unpopular opinion.
Her introduction to this actor. She has not seen this actor in other things.
Very tainted.
Hold on. Let me set it up. Her introduction to this actor, Barry Keoghan or Keegan, something like that. was Eternals.
No, actually, no.
No?
It was the Green Knight.
Oh, the Green Knight. Oh, damn.
Strike one.
Strike one.
Strike one.
Second introduction to this actor was the Eternals.
Strike two.
Again, these are not good representations of this actor.
So I already hate him.
So when I told her, I was like, hey, I guess this is the lead scene going on with him casted as the Joker, maybe, probably, most likely. You weren't thrilled about it. But actors have surprised us in the past, right? Like Heath Ledger.
Now, here's my thing. I personally,
go ahead.
I'm glad they took the deleted scene out. I didn't like it.
Okay.
And here's why I didn't like it.
Okay, let's hear it.
I didn't like it because I felt like it was too much like the Joker knew everything too conveniently. And he was spoon feeding Batman everything.
We had a Hannibal Lecter type thing.
Which I just didn't like that.
Right.
I felt like if the Batman is a detective, he needs to be a detective. He doesn't need to be going to the Joker to be getting all these answers.
Right.
And I think the Joker would have more fun fucking with the Batman.
Right.
Why would the Joker be giving him all these answers?
Right.
The Joker would want to have fun with him.
Right.
Like, yeah, the Joker has this kind of rapport with the Batman sometimes.
Right.
But why would he be just giving him all these answers like that? And I didn't like how he just knew everything. It's like, yeah, the Joker is smart.
Right.
He is smart, but it was just too convenient how he knew everything.
The only positive thing about that actor being casted, and it may not have been him, I guess you could say, I actually like the fucked up makeup look of the Joker. I'm probably in the minority. I'm probably in the minority there. But that's the only thing I took away from that scene is I love how he's really scarred and really fucked up. I like that because it's different.
Oh, he was in Dunkirk.
Oh.
So I forgot he was in Dunkirk. All right. Negative.
Anyway,
I'll take away a point.
I like the fucked up look because it's different. I don't want to see another guy in traditional Joker makeup. Let's see something different, right? So I actually, that's all I have to say about that. Is hopefully they keep that look if they bring him in the sequel. So Simon, thank you for the super chat. This one's for you, Phat Samurai Guy. Hold on. Oh, memory. What is this? Abuse. This is abuse live. Woo! Oh, this is hilarious. Hold on, we got MK here. What's up, brother? Thanks again. Most brutal movie, Batman's H2H, most to least. What is that? What?
I don't know.
Most brutal movie, Batman's H2H, from most to least. Is he talking about like all the Batman movies, like the most brutal?
I don't know.
Well, if you missed it, MK, I said it earlier that this had the most fight scenes for a single solo Batman movie. Let's see here. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling. I'm having a blast with you guys tonight. Was there anything else we missed about talking before we rate this thing? Batman always showing up back in the club, throughout the movie. People complained about that. Why is Batman going to the club all the time? Well, y'all forgot, man. Y'all, Batman liked the club. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be forgetting this stuff. Batman got moves. He got the moves.
Are you saying hand to hand?
Oh, hand to hand? I still say this one. Because as much as I enjoy the fight with Bane, when Bane whooped Batman's ass and fucked him up, if you go back, that fight is slow. Very slow. It's brutal, which I still love the fight. It's one of the best fights in that movie. But then look at the very end. Like you see how what I was saying earlier, how Christopher Nolan's like learning as he goes. Because look at how slow the fight was right earlier, and then look at the fight with Bane and Batman at the end. There's a shot where Batman's up against the pillar, and look how fast Bane is doing all these punch combinations, and you could see it clearly. It's fucking great until Catwoman ruined it and came in and killed Bane later. Sorry, spoilers for those who haven't seen Dark Knight. Anything else?
A nearly 10-year-old film.
Oh my God. Dark Knight Rises is 10 years old now? Oh God. Dark Knight Rises is 10 years old. God.
People are asking about Falcone.
Well, we like the actor.
Yeah.
I think they could have had him do a little bit more.
I mean, he was an interesting part. So they did a little spinneroonie. I don't know if this is in any part of the comics or if this is their own thing. He is Selena Kyle's father,
right?
In this one, which was an interesting twist.
That's why she wants that revenge.
Yeah,
she's a horrible shot with the gun, though. Terrible shot. But yeah.
I kind of like
we like the actor.
I kind of like how they set up in this one that Oz is how they call Penguin Oz in this one. How he's kind of like a lackey,
right?
But you find out that Falcone is kind of like the head honcho. You find out that basically Maroni was the head honcho, and Falcone basically bought everybody out. Like,
right.
He basically bought everybody and got Maroni out of the way, and he owns the city essentially. And so Falcone's running everything. And that's why Oz is under him. And when they finally when Falcone gets his by the end of the film, by the end-ish of the film, Oz,
yeah, man,
you basically see the beginning of the Penguin kind of
Kingpin
taking his.
Yeah, let's go.
So we'll get to see his little
gangster penguin. It's fun.
So let's
do it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, anything else? I think we kind of went over everything. Oh, the soundtrack is phenomenal. Oh shit. We love Michael's the GOAT right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. Michael's the GOAT. All right. Hans Zimmer might want to be careful because Michael's like the GOAT right now. Soundtrack for this movie is great. Obviously, you'll probably buy it. Let us know next time we do a live Q&A or whatever, or hit me up. When we saw the finale of the movie towards the end, and Batman's fighting all the bad guys and stuff at the end, and we have the finale, was Michael on purpose homaging other composers' work? Because listen to it again. There are moments in that finale that sound like Danny Elfman. They sound like Tim Burton. And this one moment where the music was like, da, da, and da, da, like, and I was sitting over here going, Batman. I don't know. It could be just me. But watch that finale, the score. I'm hearing bits and pieces. It's like, that kind of sounds like Tim Burton era Batman. I don't know. I was having fun with it though, but I might be on to something.
So some people are wanting to know. Some people are asking about
what
if Freeze, like if we want to see Freeze. I personally think Freeze needs redemption in a live action.
Come on, Arnold Schwarzenegger nailed it. A Freeze is coming.
I think
Freeze in hell, Batman.
Really, honestly,
I would love it. I would love it. But
I've wanted to see. Like, I think he's deserved it. Like, it's just been unfair that the only live action we've ever had, like on the big screen, has been that goddamn abomination, that trash, that fucking trash.
Just watch Heart of Ice, the episode on the Batman animated series. It's the only Mr. Freeze you need to watch. Just watch that episode called Heart of Ice. I would love to do it, but the problem is I think Hollywood's going to avoid it. I think DC is going to avoid it because they want to keep everything, especially with today's generation. They want to keep everything grounded, right? Everything realistic, dark, grounded. How are you going to have this guy in this universe walking around with a freeze gun, right? We don't give a shit. We don't care. We want to see Mr. Freeze done right. But you got to think how the execs think, right? Like they're probably going to stay away. So if anything, who do you think will be the villain? I mean, you got Two-Face. It's going to be the Joker, probably. will be in the second.
I mean,
movie.
Judging by the look that they've already kind of,
I want Mr. Freeze.
Well, I mean, judging by the look that they've already kind of given the Joker, why not?
The Joker's. He can look fucked up. Heath Ledger looked fucked up.
Yeah, but this Joker that they've
Heath Ledger,
the look that they've given the Joker is more extreme than Heath Ledger.
It's not the look; it's the ability.
But the tech,
Joker's gonna have a freeze gun and freeze people.
Look at the tech that they've given Batman. He's got recording contact lenses.
Ice to see you. Hey, I'm all for it. I say do it. We say do it. But I don't know. I think they're probably going to avoid it. I hope they don't. Anything else?
What other? Do you have anything else?
Anything else? Well, I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up. We've been talking a little bit over an hour now.
Oh Lord. Sorry, guys.
Oh, we love hanging out with you guys. We can't just hang out with you guys for like 15 minutes. All right, peace out. Bye. 10 minutes. What's up, guys? All right, we got to go. Peace. We can't just do that. We got to hang out. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the next movie. We have a dono. Oh, thank you, Bo. Thank you so much for the soup chat. Hate how they changed Riddler at the end for no reason, much like with Thanos. Everything he did was for a purpose and to stop crime in his eyes until the finale. What was the purpose for flooding Gotham? Well, I think he gave up on. I think he even said the female that was running against the other guy to become mayor, right? I think even Riddler was stating that she seems like she has a lot of potential to change things, but it's all not going to work. Yeah. It's never going to work. Yeah. Let's just fucking kill everybody. I think that's what he was trying to do. Yeah. So, we got one more. MK. They could use the ventriloquist or Professor Pig. Calendar Man, man. Where's Calendar Man at? We gonna bring in Calendar Man? Oh my goodness. But yeah, let's go ahead and rate this thing here. All right. Oh, we have a quick guest rating from one of our channel members, our Movie Dojo channel members. I like doing these, and this is really quick and very brief. But quick shout out to the lieutenant of the Movie Dojo Army, Nina Lusick.
Yo, what's up, you movie lover badasses? Greeting from Berlin, Germany. So, I love that fucking movie. It was so fucking great.
All right. Channel member reviews, baby. I like doing these. These are fun. Get you guys on camera over here. All right. Now, remember, C is average on our channel. That's how we do the rating. We change to letters. So C is average. What are you giving the Batman?
I was originally going to go with an A- because of the ending, and I didn't know what to think about it.
You're giving an A-?
I was originally going to go with an A-, but now that I've rewatched it and I kind of rearranged my feelings and kind of wrapped my head around my new theory, I'm going to go with an A.
Oh, look at that. Wow. It's very rare that Lady Phatblood changes her rating to go up. To go a little higher. Hey, you know how Samurai Guy is, man. You know how we gonna do it. We gonna do it. Samurai Guy is gonna give it. And I got the C is average, but for a solo origin story Batman movie, I gotta be honest, man. It was so well done. Boom! Gotta give it an A. Gotta give it A-, man. A- is fine.
I rated higher than you.
I know. See, look at that. That's very rare. That's very rare. Yeah. Hey, A- is not too shabby. But yeah, loved it. Highly recommend it. It's not perfect, but hey, for a solo Batman movie origin story, it brought something different. The fight scenes were filmed great and edited great. It was great performances. Some were mixed. But other than that, overall, very well done. And hopefully the sequel is even better. I know what you guys are wondering. And before we leave you, before we leave it and wrap it up for today, I know you guys. I know the question you guys really want to know is: out of all the Batman movies, is this movie better than Batman the movie? I know that's the question everyone's asking.
Well, here's my answer.
Okay.
This movie does not have that scene, so no.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Hey, bunch of knuckleheads. We got crack jokes. Hope you guys laughed at that. And before we leave you, don't forget, keep an eye out for Chris Bach in the Chief Bach in the sequel. Poor Chief
You're gonna have
Bach.
to create a wanted poster.
I feel sorry for the actor, man. He's probably like, yeah, I'm in the new Batman movie. I even got a scene calling Batman out. And then he went to the movie and was like, I guess they ran out of room and they couldn't keep me in the rest of the film. It's all right. It's all right, Chief Bach. We got you back. All right, guys. We love you guys. We're gonna try to see the Northman tomorrow. We're gonna try. Hopefully we do. If we do, we're gonna review it for you guys. Channel members and patrons get it first. And then the rest of you badasses will eventually see it on the channel. Thanks again. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Keep watching movies. Keep enjoying life. And we see you guys on the next one. Take care.
We are vengeance.
We are vengeance.